So, expectations. Expectations. So that's what we're going to discuss in today. Expectations. Okay, right on your expectation. Did I put it on my notes? Let me see how I put it on my notes. There. Okay. Good, good, good. Am I here? Am I here now? Okay. I said the greatest human power is called expectation, or expectation is the greatest human power. Expectation is the greatest human power. Okay. So I'm going to show you expectation to show you how you can use your mind to produce the results you desire in your life. We'll show you today how to use expectations to produce and create and produce the results you desire in your life. Right? So you know like that. Expectations is the greatest human power that we use to create and produce the results we desire in our life. Expectation is the greatest human power that we use in our mind to produce, to create and produce the results you desire in your life. So expectation is the greatest human power that you use in your mind to create, number one, and produce physically. Create with your mind, produce physically the results you desire in your life. Okay. I need us to write this one down. We need to understand the programming of this computer that is in our head called mind, that is in our body called mind. We need to understand the greatest programming of this computer that is in our mind, that's in our head called mind. We need to understand how to use it. We need to understand how to use the greatest programming of this computer that is in our head called mind. Because you don't understand how to use the computer, your mind, the mind computer, okay, you might be struggling in life ignorantly without not knowing what is happening to you. We have very established the fact that expectation, the greatest human power is called what? Expectations. Expectation determines what you do, what you have. Expectation determines what you do. Expectation determines what you do, what you have, what you produce, what you are becoming in life. Expectation determine what I have, comma, produce, comma, and becoming in life. Expectation determine who you become. Expectation determine what you do, what you have. Expectation determine what you do, what you have, what you produce, what you create, what you are becoming in life. Expectation determines that. So expectation determine what you do, what you have, what you create, what you produce, what you are becoming in life. That's what expectation does. So expectation determines what you do, comma, have, produce, create, produce, do, and become in life. That's what expectation do. So I would like us to write this down. The power of expectation will give you the energy to produce more results. The power of expectation will give you the energy to produce more results. The power of expectation will give you the energy to produce more results. The power of expectation will give you the energy to produce more results. So there are two forms of expectations. Two forms of expectation. I'm going to look at from there. Two forms of expectations. Two forms of expectation. How many? Two forms of expectation. So expectation is the greatest human power, right? Yes. Okay, good. I call it form. Two forms of expectations. Expectations. Okay, number one. Two forms of expectations. Number one. You want to get? You didn't get the other one. I said the power of expectation will give you the energy to produce more results. The power of expectation will give you the energy to produce more results. Number one expectation, I said that expectation comes in an outcome that we don't desire and is unfavorable. So two forms of expectation. Number one, expectation comes from the expectations. Two forms comes from the outcome we don't desire. Number one, we don't desire, or an unfavorable outcome. Unfavorable outcome. It comes from the unfavorable. The outcome we don't desire, or that is not favorable, or that is not favorable, that is not favorable, or that is unfavorable. Any of them. So expectation comes from the outcome we don't desire, number one. Number two, expectation comes from the outcome we desire. Expectation, two forms of them. The one you desire, expectation also comes from the outcome you desire. From the outcome you desire, or that is favorable. From the outcome we desire, this one is we don't desire, this one we desire, or that is favorable. That is favorable. So it comes from the outcome we don't desire. Number two comes from the outcome that we do what? We desire. That is favorable to us. Okay. So the two of them, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let me see what I can do. Let me do it like this. You know me, I like to always draw a kind of a table. We're going to connect some dots today and learn something good, so that from today you start producing the outcome that you do what? Desire. Perfect. So these two causes expectation. So I'm going to do like this. Okay. I will discuss a lot here. Let me do like this. Where I put on my notes, I drew that kind of a table. I put here expectation of a future outcome. A future outcome. Expectation of a future outcome produces emotions. A future outcome produces emotions. Emotions. So I drew like this. So I drew table like this. I put it here. Favorable outcome. I put here favorable outcome. Favorable outcome. Okay, favorable outcome. Okay, outcome. This is an unfavorable outcome. Unfavorable outcome. Okay. So this one produces a favorable outcome produces what we call joyful expectations, joyful anticipation, joyful anticipation, anticipation, joyful anticipation. This one produces anxious apprehension, anxious apprehension, anxious apprehension. Then this one gives us the power to take action. This one empowers us to procrastinate, stop action. Stop action. So we're going to take some notes. Okay. So two forms of expectation. Expecting an outcome you don't desire that is not favorable. Expecting outcome you desire that is what? Favorable. So all these expectations, two of them produces what? Emotions. So this one produces emotion that is called joyful anticipation. This one produces emotion that is called anxious apprehension. Because you have a joyful expectation, anticipation, you take action. Turn action. Because you have anxious apprehension, you do what? You stop taking action. I'm going to take some notes today. If you are still with me to this point, shall I? Okay, good, I'm fine. Okay, let's see something very important today. Okay, so I don't know how to do this, but I think we'll still come here. They said that we are really putting some things anxious. I said that expectation of an outcome you don't desire causes you to be anxious. They're not anxious. Got to be anxious or worried. They're not worried. Thereby making you focus on distractions. They're not distractions. Instead of what? Intentions. So if you're focusing on the expectation that is not in the outcome you desire, you are worried about the things. Worry simply means you have a mental picture of what is not going to work for you, and you keep worrying. Worry is different from fear. So that's how I differentiate the difference between worry and fear. Okay, I put that here. I said, fear is a realization of a danger. Fear warns you of a danger. Fear is a realization of a danger. Fear is a realization of a danger. Fear warns you. It warns you of a danger. Okay? So fear is the realization of what? A danger. And fear warns you from what? A danger. I say fear can save you, but anxiety cannot. Fear can save you, and anxiety cannot. I even put an example of those people that play golf in the European country near alligator. You know, they normally have this alligator pool near where there's a golf spot or something like that. So imagine you playing a golf. I like to use example, and the ball rolled to where those alligator is, and you are going to pick the ball and you saw alligator. So because there's a danger, it causes fear. That is fear. If there's a fire, that thing you see that is a danger causes fear, and it can save you from going to danger. That's what fear will prevent from taking danger. But anxiety, is the one you make up with your mind. You did not see anything, you did not hear anything. You are the one just sitting down and be worrying yourself about the things that will not work in your favor. You're sitting down and say, what if I make these sales calls and this person doesn't come? What if I go out and people don't have money? You're the one worrying yourself, what if the economy is hard? You're the one creating pictures of what is not happening. We are just mentally creating. Did this thing happen in your mind? It's not mine. The anxiety is something happening in your mind. Fear is something that's happening physically. So I said that if you are working on an outcome that is not favorable, that is the first outcome, what it will do to you, it will cause you to worry. It will cause you to become what? Anxious. Worry and anxious are the same thing. Worry is something you are just giving yourself pictures that is not true. You are just creating the picture that is not true. And to cause to focus on distractions. Turn on distractions on what is not going to work in your favor. So if you focus on distraction, remember, whatever you focus on, do what? Expands. So it will make you not to focus on your intentions. But you're focusing on the outcome you desire. It will cause you to take what? Take actions that you expect. Okay, so look at what this thing does. It does what? It brings us to what I normally call the law of attraction. It's an attraction. Okay, so write this one down. Learn to manage your expectations. Learn to manage the expectations you desire over the expectations you don't desire. Learn to manage. That's a learn, because you can learn. Learn to manage the expectation you desire. I will show you how to do it today. That will be the end of the class. So learn to manage the expectation you desire over the outcome you don't desire. So learn to manage the expectation you desire over the outcome you don't desire. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very easy. If you can understand it, some things are taught, some things are caught. If I teach and you catch it, teaching can take place, but learning may not take place. If teaching takes place and learning takes place, of course, we will know that we have achieved something. I said, learn to manage the outcome you desire over the outcome you don't desire. Learn to manage the expectations you desire over the outcome you don't desire. Okay. I put it here, the law of attraction always has to do with future outcome. The law of attraction always has to do with the future outcome, either what you desire or what you don't desire. The law of attraction always has to do with future outcome. The law of attraction always has to do with future outcome, either what you desire or what you don't desire. That means once you start doing this law of attraction, you're going to attract either way. There are things you desire, things you don't desire, and it depends on what you focus on. And that will determine what you're going to attract to yourself. The law of attraction. The law of attraction, right? So I say that I put it here, the law of attraction. I don't want to clean this because we still have to do this, but we use red marker somewhere. I put it here, the law of attraction. Attraction, right?
Yes.
The law of attraction equals the law of action. The law of action. How do you do that? You look at it, if you come out from here now, cancel this one now. You have action. A-C-T-I, right? If you come out, if you cancel all these ones now, you have from the law of attraction equals the law of what? Action. So you attract what? You say action in the area you are focusing on. A-C-T-I-O. So the law of attraction equals what? The law of action. I said the law of attraction gives you the ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. The law of attraction gives you the ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. So the law of attraction gives you the ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. The law of attraction gives you the ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. The law of action gives you the ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. Okay, don't worry, I know I'm confusing some people. The law of action, I said the law of attraction equals the law of action. And the law of attraction, how do I put it? The law of action gives you ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. So we have two future outcomes. Number one is the one that is favorable. Number two is the one that is not what? Favorable. So I will come and put here, favorable could be plus, positive is called negative. So one of the day we're teaching, we say when your attitude is right, facts don't matter. So if you're focusing on the one that is favorable, it will give you emotions called what? Joyful anticipation. You are focusing on the outcome that is not favorable to you. It will give you a emotion that is what? Anxious apprehension. What is apprehension? I think I wrote it somewhere else. So let's see where I wrote it so that I can give you something to write. If you are still with me, shall I? What happened to you, Mr. Steve Wilson? You got yourself stuck. You got yourself confused. Okay. Okay. I think, which one? Action. The law of action gives you the ability to take action towards the outcome you desire. That means if I know that if I go to share 50 cards questionnaire today or 10, that somebody will come, I will stand up to take the action because I know that somebody will come. I'm expecting a joyful what? Anticipation. I'm expecting that person will come and take action. Take action. So I think I wrote this way I wrote it down. I wanted to give us the way I wrote it down. Okay. Okay, then when I see it, I'm going to read it for you so I can see the way I wrote it down. So by the time you want to wake up in the morning, you wake up in the morning, sometimes you normally wake up by 6 o'clock, for example, and you wake up by 5 o'clock, for example. That you see that by 5 o'clock, you need to say, if I stand up now from this bed, I'll have 1 hour time to do extra things to go to office on time. Sometimes you have the choice to say, I want to sleep more so that let me enjoy myself more. So if you are focusing on the one that's going to favor you, you will stand up and take action. Take action. If you are focusing on the something, you have to go back to bed and start sleeping again. And now you now wake up by 7 o'clock and come back to that's too late. So everything happening in life, everything happened to life to you today will determine whether you're going to take action or you're not going to take action. So what will determine the two of them? You're going to determine what you're focusing on. Okay, if I read this book now, I will invest in myself. I will know a little better. So let me read the book. I don't want to read the book now. I can read it tomorrow. So all of them determine what you are focusing. Whether you're going to procrastinate or whether you're going to take action. So what on? Inspiration and desperation. Don't worry, we'll come to that. Let me write this one that I gave to you already. So I said, write this one down. If you expect a favorable outcome, write it down. If you expect a favorable outcome, it will produce an emotion called joyful anticipation. If you expect a favorable outcome, a favorable future outcome, if you expect a favorable future outcome, it will produce emotion called joyful anticipation. If you expect a favorable future outcome, if you expect a favorable future outcome, it produces an emotion called joyful anticipation that causes action, and action will produce an outcome. If you expect a favorable future outcome, it will produce an emotion called joyful anticipation that causes you to take action, and action will produce an outcome. If you expect a favorable future outcome, it will create an emotion that is called joyful anticipation that will cause you to take action, and action will produce the outcome you desire. If you expect a future favorable outcome, it produces an emotion called joyful, will produce the result you desire. Full stop. So let's take the negative one right now. Okay? So people that procrastinate, people that tell you, they begin to weigh the outcome of, if I pay this transport and come, what am I going to benefit? That's what will make them to say, I'm coming. That will make them to say, I'm not coming. That's why the second one that I said, if you expect an unfavorable future outcome, it also produces an emotion called anxiety. It produces an emotion called anxiety, which causes anxious apprehension. If you expect an unfavorable future outcome, it produces an emotion called anxiety or worry, which causes anxious apprehension. Okay, I've seen where I wrote it. Perfect. I said, if you expect an unfavorable future outcome, it produces an emotion called an anxiety that causes anxious apprehension. So if you're expecting unfavorable outcome, it produces an emotion called anxiety, which causes anxious apprehension. Are you still with me?
Yes.
Anxious apprehension will stop you from taking action. So what is apprehension? I'll give you the meaning so that we can move to the next thing for today. I have two more things to discuss today, then connect the dots, and then we can call it a day. So every day you wake up, What causes you to take? I said, if you expect an unfavorable future outcome, it produces an emotion called anxiety that causes anxious apprehension, which stops you from taking action. So, anxious apprehension stops you from taking action. So, what is anxious apprehension? Apprehension is an unpleasant feelings. Apprehension is an unpleasant feelings that triggered by the percentage of danger. So apprehension is an unpleasant feelings that triggers a percentage of danger. Danger that is real or unreal, or you can imagine it. So this will happen. So yeah, it's a feeling that makes you start creating danger in your mind. That is what apprehension is. An unpleasant feelings that triggers a percentage of danger in your mind, causes you to imagine the negative. That's what it does. So apprehension, of course, is an unpleasant feelings that is triggered by a percentage of danger in your mind that causes you to have a negative imaginations. So look at what this thing is cause. I'm going to see what it causes. It causes some stress. I'm going to cause the stresses. So this is very, so what you are expecting every day will determine whether you're going to take action or not taking action. That's what determines what you do and what you don't do. So if you begin to worry about the things that will not work, you're going to attract it to yourself. You begin to worry about the things that will work, you see attract it to yourself. So you find that what you expect determines what you are going to do. And what you're going to do determines the kind of result you are going to have. If you're expecting an outcome, imagine those days that, my parents have a way of always buying all these Christmas gifts. And then, those days when they give us the Christmas gift, and we wear the shoe and enter bed. And you dare not remove the shoe from us and the clothes. But when we wake up the following morning on the 25th, and the shoe and the clothes is on our body, we start crying again. So, we know that mommy and daddy, they will go to market before that day, so that they will present the gift to us on the 25th, on this Christmas day. So we are always expecting these gifts that always come on the 25th. So everybody is always excited. We are always having this joyful anticipation, right? In fact, any bag we see in daddy's room, in fact, we'll be tiptoeing into daddy's room and mommy's room, to go and open some bags to peep, to see why they bought you the bicycle, why they bought you the shoe, the clothes, all those things to expect. So there's this canvas, this white canvas that has this Nike on it. You remember those canvas those days? That when you're walking on it, shine, light is showing on the. Oh yes. So you got to see. And so when you managed to do well in school, you took first, second, or third position. So you're expecting this Christmas gift to be this wow, right? So we have this joyful what? Anticipation. So, and then that will now determines the kind of reward you're going to get. But if you're not expecting something positive, you have this anxious apprehension. You're always creating one picture in your mind that is not fair. Look at what happened to you that you don't know. As you're creating the picture and you dwell on those thoughts, the thought becomes flesh and dwell among you. And because if you're dwelling on the positive thought, the positive thought will become flesh and still dwell among you. And look at what this thing does. Whether favorable outcome or unfavorable outcome, it produces stress. And look at what it does. I said, write this one down. Expectation of an outcome has both physical and spiritual consequences. Expectation of an outcome, whether positive or negative, has both physical and what? Spiritual consequences. I'll mention three of them to you. And so you can relate to this one, that I didn't want to go too far. As the expectation of an outcome has both spiritual and physical consequences. Whatever you're expecting in life has both spiritual and physical consequences. Whether you're expecting a good outcome or unfavorable outcome. So both of them has both physical and spiritual consequences, and they cause stress. So number one consequences of an outcome is called chemical nutritional stress. Number one is called chemical nutritional stress. Number one is called chemical nutritional stress. So that one causes when you eat too much food or too much coffee, too much tea. So anything that you are taking right now, you're expecting that if I eat this burger, if I eat this cake, as a chemical nutritional stress, as an expectation of an outcome has both physical and what? Spiritual consequences. So number one consequences of a stress that it causes for your expectation is that it causes chemical nutritional stress, taking overdose of anything. the overdose of alcohol, overdose of smoking, overdose of whatever you are doing. So you're gonna affect both your physical and your spiritual strength. Like me, because of this my yummy yummy. I like to eat food. Ooh la la, I love food. So I used to eat a lot, even at night. I have this big pot tummy coming up like this. So my people that came to me, so my mastermind leader said, "Jay, RJ, I beg, calm down. We have to put a therapy for you so that this thing can be going down small, small." I said, "Oh, I like to eat food, So now they now say you must eat your night food by 3 o'clock, so that from 3 o'clock you not eat again till the following morning." So now I love this food, but the outcome I'm expecting is that I don't like the big tummy because everybody's complaining, even my wife. The baby, this your thing is growing than my own. But when she was pregnant for my last child, my wife used to do comparison. She carried 9 months pregnancy and be comparing my stomach. Say, me carry belly, you carry, So I thought I'm also pregnant, I'm pregnant of food. I'll deliver it in the morning. Don't worry. So now I'm expecting an outcome. Now it's a little bit better now. Yes or yes? Because I've stopped eating all those night food. Now it's a little bit. That time, even this clothes, if I how do I know this clothes? If I wear them, I go there like this. I go there. Now only me and me and the clothes they drag them. You understand? And I go so new senator when I wear them. I go the carry the thing they were like big boy. Everyone was complaining around me. So now I have the choice to either expect an outcome that I'm having right now, and that will cause me some pain. Either I'm going to pass through the pain of deciding to cut down my nutrition, the way I eat, and have a good body I need, or I will continue to eat and be. So whatever you're going to determine your life, going to do what you're expecting. Yes or yes? And engineering, they met me and said, I should start exercise, I should be doing press up now, doing like this, sit down on the ground. I did it the first day, almost the following morning. My stomach was like the carry cane, and I told him, Baba, this thing will make me get the 6 packs. I don't want them. Don't go there, no get 6 packs. Elon Musk, get 6 packs. Me, I don't want 6 packs. The money I want. But because that one now, the pain of the exercise, I don't want to be it. See what happened now? I quit. So I quit because of the pain of the exercise. So you see that anything you do, you're going to weigh the pain and the result of what you are going to get. And human being want to go to the thing that will not cause them pain. That's another thing. So I'm going to take you some notes today. So number one, I said it produces expectation of an outcome, produces both physical and what? Spiritual consequences. Number one, chemical, nutritional stress. Taking overdose of anything that has to do with nutrition, food, coffee, all those. So number two, physical stress. Number two, physical stress. So he has both chemical, nutritional stress, physical stress. That's falling off of a building or doing your body exercise. So you're going to decide whether you want the stress to happen on you. Physical stress is going to happen on you. What the 6 packs I want to get, or this normal sexy 1 pack, 10 or 1 pack. My own is 1 pack, sexy 1 pack. It's not, I don't want the 6 packs. I like this one. I like this one so that my wife and my daughter will be rubbing it, right? I like it. I don't know. My last child, he likes to talk. Even this morning, now they go. I said that is it. Even the other brother was telling the younger brother. He said, when I grow up, my stomach will be like that. Is I said, confirm. I like the one. So I said, expect of an outcome, both physical and what? Spiritual consequences. Number one of the consequences of the stress is physical, chemical, nutritional stress. The one overdose of anything. Number two, physical stress. Physically, you're okay, but your mind, you have created a lot of pictures of witches and wizards in front of me, and you just create this picture. Something about a black man. I met a man yesterday. The man works in Federal Road Safety Commission. She came to my office. One of the top officers, I came to my office, so we sat down, we're talking. So before I started, I told him, I'm an electrical engineer. The man was happy, even cut me from the talk himself. He said, me too, I started electrical engineer, blah, 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 that, the man called the talk for me. As him is a man that brought the man to my office. The man was even smiling because the person who talk past me, I keep quiet, making the talk. I humble, So the guy was talking, he told me about how he went to his friend's house, and the friend was saying that anytime he put a bulb, the bulb will die. There are witches in this compound that are too much. They are burning his bulb. So he told him, let's go to the control unit of the whatever. So the man said he doesn't even know where the control unit is. So he took, if he had the electrical engineering background, so he went there and told the man, see this arm now, this is 13 arm, this is 5 arm. So 13 amp, you connect, you tap current from this 13 amp to where you iron clothes, plug heater, will need a high current, But when you tap from 13 amp to bulb, the currency is the current. It will blow the bulb. It's going to take from the 5 amp. So the 5 amp can produce low current. So the man did not know that 13 amp and the 5 amp, you don't tap from 5 amp to bulb, not 13 amp. So you tap from 13 amp to bulb. So the current is blowing is always high. So the man will put the bulb, and when the bulb blow, the man says it's witches and wizards. Ignorance is the witches and wizards. Like I said, the absence of truth is called what? Ignorance. The accumulation of truth is called what? Knowledge. And the assimilation of truth, you understand the truth is called what? Understanding. The application of truth is called what? Wisdom. Abandonment of truth is called foolishness. So he said he removed his plier or something from his pocket and simply trace the wire from the bulb, change it to the 5 amp, and screwed it. And the man put up from that day to today, witches and wizards, they again. You can imagine. And the man said that so they will put the bulb will do the bulb will do blink now. So that they will start prayer and fasting. They will start, they wake up, they gather the children, that the witches don't come today. They don't pray. I know the man, you laugh yesterday, because whenever you put the bulb will try to resist the current to come and go. So the man will wake all the children up. They will start to pray. And when the bulb do back and die, they will say, Jesus! that the witches in this compound are very strong. What you don't understand, you call it scam. What you say, call it witches and wizards. You don't acknowledge. So you don't know, say, I say that the man carried Jesus yesterday. He was dissing me yesterday. He was telling me that he told his friend that he was going to see one of his friends. So he said, when you go to the way they dress like, he said, I went to a medical checkup. He said, are you sick? He said no, that he just went to check to know his blood counts. He want to, every time he go to check his every 3 months, he go to do his comprehensive blood count. They are wasting money. They are wasting money to doctors because a black man wants until you're on a stretcher, they carry you to the hospital. That's you now know that you don't know your health status. You don't know anything. The fact is this. So this is happening to us. If you actually have the knowledge, you will prevent it from even happening to you. Okay, today is what? Wednesday, right? Wednesday. I lost my friend on Saturday, on Sunday morning. Sunday, one of my friends, Mr. Harry. So the guy died because of what they call kidney failure. Kidney failure. What causes kidney failure is too much alcohol and smoking. So when the guy don't drink alcohol like this, so in the thing a big boy. That people they drink better alcohol, they have supplement they will take, coffee they will take, food they will take that will neutralize that alcohol to balance it up. So rich they will take better food. You never even chop food finish. You don't go do big boy for alcohol. They think you go high for 3 days because there's nothing inside your body to neutralize the alcohol. Now the kidney don't fail. And to do chemotherapy, what they call it, chemotherapy, right? That time was 25,000 naira. You might like once or twice in a year, every day. Now it's 60,000 naira. Chemotherapy. You need this life you are living. You are thinking that God is not doing it for you. People are living on 60,000 naira bill on every day. And to go and do kidney transplant now, if it's about 8 point something, now it's 19 million. Kidney transplant, and not 19 million. You're going to go for medical checkup to check the kidney blend for your body, and sometimes you can see fail. And you have to do another 19 million again. So this body where you get, what you eat forms who you become. Mind what they chop. Maybe all these things where you go chop like big boy. They will go to early graveyard. You see what they tell you now. So that make you know. See, it's good that the good news is this. 1 apple a day will take you from sickness. I tell my friends this once. I like the apple in a day. One thing happened. He told me to be sick and get that money to go and buy Panadol, paracetamol, malaria tablet. Let me that money and buy apple and fruit and be chopping so I can live longer. Is it good or very good? So this anticipation of an outcome that is not favorable, you focus on it can cause what we call mental, emotional stress. This can cause what they call anxiety. That they will take you to hospital, they will check you. There's no sickness found in your body because it's in psychology. It's not psychology. And if you don't take care of it, you cause madness. You go to back for they smile. Because they whisper. Oh my God, see. If you understand these things, it will help you to work in knowledge. So knowledge. Knowledge is royalty. What did I say? I tried to connect this dot to the so we can call it today. I say, write this one down. We play movies all the time in our mind. We play movies all the time in our mind. Then if you must play this movie, play the movie that is favorable outcome, not the one that is not favorable. Because you play movie every time in your mind. Movie is being played in your mind. You are going to be thinking a lot of things. I'm going to look at you. I'll start thinking something about you now. It's a movie. So if it must be movie, you must, I say we play movie all the time in our mind. There's one of the laws of physics says that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, because every action always produces reaction. Everything you think in your mind, we're going to produce a reaction in the physical. So it's what you're thinking in the mind that makes you come here today. If you think that, okay, if you come for this class that you're not going to learn, you'll not be here. If you come to this class, they're going to add value to yourself, you'll be what? Here. Let me check my time. This one I'm talking like this. Oh, 6 minutes. Let me round up. No, I don't need to pass my time. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 steps to make to make 2 steps to create a favorable outcome. Let's feel like that. Let's end the training from there today. 2 steps to create a favorable outcome, because all of us want the outcome that favors us. Yes or yes? Yes. I'm going to give you 2 steps to do that. 2 steps to create a favorable outcome. I don't know how to write this one. Let me see. 2 steps to create a favorable outcome. 2 steps to create a favorable outcome. 2 steps to a favorable outcome. So you want sign up, you want money, you want joy, you want peace in your life. There are the 2 steps that you must follow. And it's going to be icing on the cake. If you're excited about today's class, aye. That one is begging for the charge card. If you're excited, no, you're not. Don't worry, I'm going to give it to you. Don't worry. You just please. I'm just smiling right now. See, I'm blushing, right? So number one steps. Take inventory. Take inventory. Take inventory of any expectations. Take inventory of expectations. Take inventory. Take inventory of my expectations. Take inventory. Take inventory of my expectation. Take inventory of my expectation, and you identify. Take inventory of my expectation. Take inventory of the expectation, and you identify where you are and what you need to do to get the outcome you desire. Take inventory of the expectations, and you will identify where you are, what you need to do, and what you identify what you need to do. Number one, where you are, what you need to do to give you a favorable outcome. Take inventory of my expectations, and you will identify where you are, what you need to do to give you a favorable outcome. Number 2, I'm going to explain them. No worry, let me just give it to you. Number 2, are you done with number 1? Say, take inventory of any expectations or my expectation. You will identify where you are, what you need to do to give you a favorable outcome. Okay, before number 2, write this one down. We do things that makes us feel good. We do things that makes us feel good. Every human being do things that makes them feel good. So we do things that makes us feel good. So, but better you take the inventory of any expectations. You can identify where you are, what you need to do to give you the desired outcome you desire. The anxious apprehension with a joyful anticipation. Number 2, replace. Replace all anxious apprehension with a joyful anticipation. I'm going to give you some example. Here are the 2 steps to do. Because if you sit down now and begin to write, if I go out there every day and do 10 questions in a day, I'm going to come back and make sales calls. I'm going to put about 10. I'm going to give me sign up. So I will have this money. I need 50,000 naira every day. I need 1 million naira every day. See, the universe is giving. What did I say? The universe is giving. And universe doesn't give you addition or subtraction. Universe gives you what they call multiplication. If you plant 1 seed of mango seed, it's going to grow up to a tree and give you many mango trees. So, but if you don't have patience for the mango to grow, you will lose the fruit. If you plant 1 plant of avocado pear, even makara or normal pear, even it will grow up and give you so many pear. But if you take inventory that, see, I need to plant this pear, it will take this time. If you take this time to give me this, you can wait because you have already taken inventory. You already asked a question. If you know that if you come to this business, for you to be a full-time income, you need to be in the business for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year principle, something like that. 1357 principle. Take 1 year to be competent, 3 years to understand what you are even doing, 5 years to become an expert, and then the other one 7 years to become what? To be a full-time income. For you to make at least 1 million and above every single month. At the 3 months, 4 million every month. So if you know that you're going to go to school, because you want to write JAM, write WAEC, get admission, spend first semester, second semester, first year, second semester, first year, second year, 4 years course, because you have taken inventory, inventory of an expectation to be a graduate. So you can now decide where you are, what to do to give you an outcome. Anything that would have caused you to have anxious anxiety, you can replace them with what? Joyful anticipation. Another example, let me go back to scriptures. These 3 Hebrew guys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they saw the fire. This one is not even, this is a fear thing, there's a danger. But they sit and they took inventory. My God will save me. Nebuchadnezzar said, bow down to my God. If I hit the bell, you know how we'll take you to the fire. They took the inventory. Turn on inventory. They analyzed how God has been working with them. They knew that God would deliver. They said, we know that our God will deliver us. So they changed the outcome they would have been worrying and to a joyful what? Anticipation. And they go there and they can't go. The anticipation, their expectation determines what they will get. Daniel expected a good outcome. And you know what happened to him? He went to that lion's den, and because of his expectation, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. What you expect, you do what you say. That's like when you go for prospecting, prospect before you invite. Create relationship before you need them. Dig your well before you are thirsty. So you want to start inviting without not creating rapport. The person will not come, because the difference between a prospect and you, there's a big ditch. So you need to create a bridge called rapport. Turn on rapport. So this is what happened. Because you're expecting that you want to go and look for 6 generals. How many generals? 6. That want to be your empire, your own kingdom, your own community, your own organization, your own business family. So you go out intentionally looking for people that you want to teach. When they come, you do what? Teach them. Look for people that you want to train. When they come, you do what? Train them. Looking for people that want to mentor. When they come, you do what? Mentor them. And all your job is to educate and give what? Understanding. Checking out, you make money. By the time you're having this outcome, you have to take the inventory, and you start to itemize the inventory. You now replace all negative things with the word positive things. But one of the stories my wife was just telling me, I think last night or so, she was telling me that she read something on the internet that this lady just came to the internet and said, do you know that keeping quiet is a blessing? That she too, if she go to family meeting with the husband, later they said, madam, give your own opinion. And whenever she said, they carry and put in the pocket. So recently she read the Bible and said that be fast, be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. So now when she go, she will keep quiet. Say, madam, what is the first? I'm still thinking what to say. And then she will not say anything. Now she has more peace of mind. Nobody's telling you say you did not say. So she know that keeping quiet is now beneficial to her. I was also happy. I said, you see, now you're reading on the internet. It's actually a good thing, so that you can. God gave us 2 ears to listen times 2 than 1 we can speak. Is that good or very good? Yes, you hear twice of what you can say. So what I'm saying is, because of the expectation that they're not going to come, please see what happened. You cannot stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop a bird from perching on your head. Yes or yes? Yes. You cannot stop negative thoughts from flying over your mind. They will come, but you can stop dwelling on the negative thoughts. That's why I say plans of God's best, because it's the word of God that will keep you motivating. Because even when they say there's a casting down, you say what? There's a lifting up. So there's some words, God's words. I am the light of the world. And so just carry the lot of God. Because Satan will come to you. That time you see they took Jesus Christ to tempt him and say, fly from here. Angels will come, they will hold you so you don't dash your stone. Turn stone into bread. Imagine that Jesus Christ does not have God's word in that. He will not use his words. He will not have words to reply. Now look at what happened. If they tempted Eve, and Eve now replied them with God's word, accurately, precise, concise knowledge of the word of God, that devil will not have convinced him, because he lacked God's word in his life. Even told this guy, is it in Jeremiah? He was telling that you shall meditate on this word, Jeremiah 1 verse 8. Joshua, yes. You shall meditate. So yes, the book of the Lord shall not depart. So I'm telling you that you should create a system whereby you have where you invest in yourself every day. It's for your own personal growth and for your own day, because your expectation will be positive. Because it's positive and positive outcome, definitely you have what? Joyful anticipation. You will take action in the direction that will give you the desired result you want. And also take inventory, replace all anxious apprehension with what? Joyful anticipation. Thank you so much. You learned something today, shall I? Good and fine. I would like to get some opinions from you. What's your take home today? Share with me 1 or 2. Yeah, thank you.
One is about you. One is about you.
Okay.
You can't be poor throughout your life.
Okay.
What you have is more than money. The people we call professor, they are the experts in their discipline. You need to write some books. My lesson today is that the battle between expectation and anticipation. Yes. One is an enemy to the other.
Yes.
Failure comes from the second one. Yes. Failure comes there. When you travel in your mind to a world of success, if the other one cannot see what expectation sees,
Yes.
don't rule your case there. Go back. Fight back until they agree.
Yes.
If they don't agree, no matter the effort, you won't succeed.
Yes. I think we did that thing now. You don't mind that man, right?
No.
Yeah, thank you so much. What's the take on today?
Good morning, millionaires.
Good morning.
There is this portion of the Bible that says that expectations of the righteous shall not be cut off.
Yeah.
So when you go out for Christ to win souls, you should expect that those souls that you talk to, that they will come.
Yes.
So in this millionaire school, when you go all out to call people to send text messages, let us have this positive mindset. This is a joyful anticipation that they are coming. And they will come.
And they will
That's
pay
what
money.
I
They will
mean.
pay money.
And they will pay.
Thank you so much. What's the take on today?
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
My take home this morning is that whatever I expect or a favorable future outcome,
Okay.
it produces in me a motion that causes me to take action,
Yes.
and that action will give me the results. Then if I expect something negatively and deal on that, it is certain that negative results will come.
Yes.
So I would better concentrate and anticipate something that is good.
Yes.
That God has embedded in me certain qualities or potentials that I can tap if I humble myself and get trained, motivated to a level that no single second, minute, hour, day, or night that I will never get good results. So that is the life God has created me.
Thank you so much. How do you think David won Goliath? He expected an outcome that is favorable. He just got to go and take stones. What is in Peter walk on water? He expected an outcome. If he start doubting the outcome, he starts sinking. Okay, what's your take on today?
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for today. I want to share my take home based on what you said about our mind is a movie,
Okay.
like our mind play movie. So yesterday, my mentor, Mr. Wilson, taught us about the causes of 97% of human failure.
Okay.
It is a disease called neurosis.
Okay.
Right, neurosis. So neurosis is a mental disease that you can't touch. No thermometer in the hospital can test it.
Yeah.
Now, this thing is traceable to the failure of light in a man, and that light being the knowledge of God. Now, every day when we wake up, we have two choices. It's either to choose the one that will empower us or to live in the one that will disempower us. So I now come to understand and have a clear fact and a clear conclusion that our mind is that movie.
Yeah.
So it's either you choose to play actor and boss, or you choose to play porn, or you choose to play comedy. Anyone you choose, there are so many movies in our minds. And the one that we so believe is that we believe the story of God. Wilson, my mentor, said that we are programmed to accept what men has produced.
Yeah.
Instead of what God has produced. So when we go back to the original word of God for us, we now understand what he has produced for us. And once we understand what he produced for us and start living on those things, we are unstoppable already.
Yeah. Thank you so much. What's the take on today? Yes.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
I learned that all my negative thought, I should turn it to joyful anticipation. Then at the same time, Jesus Christ said in a portion of Bible, when you go in the fire and will do You go in the sea, I'm with you. Anywhere you are, I'm with you. It all depends on what you want. It all depends on your own mindset. It all depends on what you believe. Personally, I believe that with God, all things are possible. That is always with me. He knows what is good for me. Thank you. I should turn all my negative thought to joyful
Anticipation.
and
Okay, good morning, everyone. What I've learned this morning, I've learned that expectation is the greatest human power,
Yes.
and it's not created by God, it's created by men.
Yes.
So I need to control that power that is in me. It's that because I am powerful than that power, so I need to control. If it is negative, I need to control it to be positive.
Yes.
I also learned that I need to take inventory when
Yes.
it comes to expectation.
Yes.
So that is what I learned.
Thank you so much. What does it come today? Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, all. I have learned that the best thing to do is to consider what comes before the action,
Yes.
and that everything that comes into my heart, I am the one to regulate.
Yes.
That is the aspect of taking inventory. That if I'm able to regulate, I will screen out the ones that are not supposed to encourage me.
Yes.
And then the more I screen them out, the more I increase towards the aspects of taking the action that will give me desirable outcome.
Thank you. What does it come today?
Good morning, partners.
Good morning.
This morning I've learned that if I don't have abundance of God's word in my life, I will be dwelling in the negative.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. What is your take home today? You want to share with us? Okay. Good and fine.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
What I learned today is my expectation determine what I will get if I follow the principle that I give.
Okay. Thank you so much. Who has learned something today? I'll take home. I'll take a few more.
Good morning, partners. Today I've learned that I've learned to manage my expectation, the desire over the outcome I don't desire.
Okay. Thank you so much. What will take home today? Thank you. Want to share with us? Good and fine.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I have two notes to share here. First of all, our expectation is respected by God. That is when God says, I give to you life. So He gives us the choice to choose anyone we love to, we prefer to. So our expectation is respected by God and by the universe. And the second thing I learned today is that mental and emotional stress kills one faster than sickness.
Yes. Mental and emotional stress. What will take home today?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, today I learned that expectations energizes me to get the result I desire.
Okay.
And when you are expecting, don't just expect. Don't just sit down and expect. Stand up and take action to achieve that expectation.
Yes. Thank you so much. What will take home today?
Good morning, all. We've learned on the power of expectation.
Okay.
I cannot be greater than my expectation. And then when I am expecting, it's not just enough for me to expect. I have to back up my expectations with actions.
Yes.
And to succeed, I have to do away with the negative expectations.
Yes.
We've learned that there's no way in somebody's life like that you won't have negative expectations. Like you can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop that bird from building a nest on your head. So I have to be positive, the power of positive mindset.
Thank you so much. What is your take home today?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. What I learned today is talking about the greatest computer in our head is the human mind.
Yes.
And that leads me to the computer language called garbage in, garbage out. That is what you impute into your mind, that is what you produce. You do not expect to imbibe a negative thought and negative plans and expect to produce positivity. So it is expected of us to conceive the things we really want for ourselves. And one of my principles, I always tell people, say what you want and not what you don't want. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Your take home today.
Good morning, all. Yes, just to add to what the last respondent has said. Yes, I have learned that thoughts are seeds in our heart that would give birth to the reality. Yes, and no wonder the scripture says that we should guard our heart with all diligence, for out of it cometh the issues of life. And secondly, I have learned today that that expectation is synonymous to anticipation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think I'll take one or two more and then we'll call it a day. So what's your take home today?
Good morning, partners. I'll say expectation fall under the class of verb and adjective because it has to do with it has to do with assumption. Assumption has to do with you have this confidence. It's either it's going to be a negative confidence or a positive one. It's a verb because it has to do with action. So if you're expecting something in the future, if you're having this faith of something in the future, you have to do something for it to come to pass. It's okay to expect something, but if you don't do something, put in the action, I think your expectation will be cut short. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so that's what we're going to take today, and then tomorrow. Tell me what tomorrow. Tomorrow is what? Thursday, every Friday. Thursday. Okay, I have a special class for you tomorrow. I don't want you to come alone. Please don't come alone. Tell me on the ball. Don't come alone. I'll tell Mr. Nathaniel to fix the overflow, the abundance hall for us, so that those that come late, they will be in the abundance hall. So I know if you come late, you will not find space here. I can assure you. But I know all of us will come with at least one person tomorrow. And that tomorrow's class, in fact, that your friend, I will make sure you buy you shawarma, pizza, ice cream, something very good. Like so, because the training I will give you tomorrow, you just put icing on your cake. Your life will just turn around for good. Is that good or very good? Okay, that's where we can go today. Let us take our points of mention before we call it a day.